Hello, thank you very much for tuning into this week's section of reads. This should be on the YouTube channel James13 Wicca, in case you're seeing it somewhere else. I will put the dice and the cards decks that I'm using below. That information will be there. Other than that, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day. Hello, Pisces! Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Pisces? I'm doing a lot of Okay, so I keep getting that it feels weird. It feels weird. Okay. Communication has already been happening on some level, to some degree. You've already seen part of what's happening, but not all of it. In fact, the vision might be a little bit distorted to where this is actually going. This is a lot better than you think. Knight of Swords in the past is telling, but I feel like it's continuing on through. Like, I don't think we had a communication moment and then that was it. I feel like communication started a little while back and it's continuing, but it doesn't seem to be showing itself fully. It's kind of like hearing a radio or program or something off in the distance, and you're pretty confident you know what's going on, but if you got closer and you were really listening to it and you actually saw it, it would be like, oh, that's more than I thought. That has more detail. That has more than what I thought was there. It's a little distorted, but ironically, I think it's in a good way. Kind of like you don't realize how much is coming your way. I want to be careful with that, because I don't want to no, there's a lot coming. For some reason, this is causing a lot of stress. There's good things coming. I see a lot of good things coming, but I feel like there's a lot of stress, and there's this challenge of not being held down or controlled by the stress. It reminds me of of going through a fun house, but being really legitimately afraid. But it's like, when I think of a fun house, it's supposed to be literally fun, not terrifying. But it's like, if you have the mentality or you're like really afraid to be there, it doesn't have its enjoyable aspect. It has more of the terror aspect, which is, in my opinion, not a good thing. There's something here about perception and not seeing it correctly that's bringing you to a place that may make this very, very stressful and very, very unhappy. There's something about lines and what this is supposed to mean for me, what this is supposed to be. There's something about, I keep seeing these brick walls. And I keep seeing these brick walls in a way that it's like, it looks like everything is fenced in. It looks like this is how everything has to be defined. But I'm seeing it's almost like an optical illusion. It's like there's a wall here, and then there's a wall here, and there's a wall here. It looks like one continuous wall until you get closer, and then you start to realize it's in sections, and you can walk around it, and you can get through it. It looks like a continuous wall, but the closer you get, the more you're able to actually see it. It's not like a defined boundary, like you can't go through here. It is distorting your view. You can go around it, and it's not as difficult as you think. But it's like staying away from it the reason I would stay away from it is because of the stress. And it's kind of like, no, I believe I can't go any farther. I don't want to walk all the way over there. I already can see from here I can't go that way. That's the problem. If you get closer, you're going to be like, oh, wait a minute. This looks different. This looks different the closer I get. I thought this was one continual wall, but it's in sections and it's at different levels. If I get close enough, I just have to walk around this, and then I can go around this, and then I can go around that. And before you know it, I've gotten to the other side of this situation. I thought this was one continuous wall. It's not. There are like things that need to be worked around. There's things that need to be addressed. But this is not a block. This is not stopping me. It feels like it is from my perception point. Perception point. Okay, so hopefully this is empowering. We got a bit more to go here. There's support around you. You gonna go anywhere with that? I got that much. It's just kind of like, it's flat. It's like there's support around you, and it's like soda that lost all the bubbles. It's just kind of like there's support around you. The communication is not there. Why? That's why it's like flat bubbles. Flat soda, excuse me. The communication is not there. I got the Page of Swords reversed. No messages. No information. Support is there. It's time to move forward. It is time to move forward, but there's no communication. That makes it hard. Like, if nobody's telling you, like, even somebody waving like that, that would be a form of communication. There's not even that there. How are you supposed to know to move forward then? Because it's kind of like they're saying you just need to start moving forward. You need to see that wall for what it is and start going over and checking it out. It's kind of like, no, I know that's a wall. I can't get around that. Get closer. What else is there? What's in front of it? What's next to it? How high is it? If you get right next to it, how high is it? You're going to find out that this wall is not really a wall. It's like partitions lined up in a very strategic way to make it look like a wall. The support is there. I don't like how that's coming across, because I get that there's support here, but it seems like, but how do I get my hands on the support? How do I utilize this support? How do I connect with this support so I can move forward? And I keep getting like, you just got to move forward, and you just got to take it on faith. I hate that. I'm not liking that, but it's there. That's what we're getting. You got to realize that checking it out, researching it, getting in there and seeing what it's really made of is literally what's going to help you solve this problem. There's a lot of good things here. The moving forward with the Ace of Wands. Did I say psychic perception? Psychic abilities. Saying this as a Pisces, we tend to be intuitive. Water signs tend to be intuitive. It's not a guarantee. In my opinion, it's not a guarantee. Tend to be. To some level, in some way. Okay, that's fine. The fear, that's the thing. In my opinion, as a person who deals with this type of stuff, if fear is starting to run you, if it's starting to rule you, those messages can be very distorted. That can be, again, it could take things from like a clear picture to a funhouse response. In a funhouse that's not so fun. Especially if you're feeling like, I don't feel connected, I don't feel like I'm in line with what I want, I just feel very lost, I feel very upset, I feel very unhappy. This can be hard. Like, how do we get, I want like more information, like how do we realistically connect with this in a way that makes better sense? Without checking it out, there's no movement forward. There's no healing without moving forward. I feel like this reading, a big piece of this is just to walk over to the wall. And it's kind of like, the question is, if I walk over to that wall, what's like, what am I afraid to see if I go over there? What am I afraid, like, why would I be afraid to walk over and just check out the wall? Am I not going over because I think it's a waste of time, or am I literally afraid there's something over there that's going to be bad for me? Why am I not checking out the wall? Because I feel like for a lot of us, it's not that there's something like, it's not that there's something that's going to hurt us there. It's kind of like more in the sense of like, I'm going to find out that this really is something I can't have. And that's, I don't want to know that it's completely something I can't have. And maybe that's what I'm fearing. But it's kind of like if you go and check it out, that's the worst that's going to happen. Take it with a grain of salt. Readings are for entertainment purposes only. I just feel like I just got to get myself to get up and walk over there and literally check it out. That's what would move this forward. And I feel like that's kind of the point they keep giving me. You just, if you want to move past this, it's getting over there and checking it out. The support is there. I keep getting it over and over. People seem to be waiting for you, but they're not coming over to get you. People are waiting for you, but they're not coming over to get you. Family doesn't have to be literal. It could be spirit family. People are looking for you. People are waiting for you. There's something here waiting for you, but you have to come claim it. It's not going to claim you. So let's get into this part. Whatever's there is very stable. Four of Pentacles talks about holding the moment, holding the ground, not going, like this is a very nice one, a very nice version. This is somebody holding on to what they have. And if you see this young lady, she's got a lot of value in that little chest, and she's deciding where she's going to put it. She also has a key next to her. And it's like the ability to decide, am I going to keep this open or am I going to lock this chest? It's having control of the Four of Pentacles. Having control of the Four of Pentacles. Okay, where are my glasses? Am I like seeing what I want to see here? Is that, no, there's a key there. Unlocking that Four of Pentacles. Which is ironic, because if I look really close, to me it almost looks like there's 5 pentacles in there. And it's like, are you being blocked from your own bounty? Are you blocking yourself from your own bounty? I don't know, if I get it close enough, maybe you can see. To me, it almost looks like there's actually 5 pentacles in there. And then the key there. This one of the reasons I like different decks is because they have different ways of interpreting the energy. And yes, the static energy of the Four of Pentacles is holding the ground, not moving, being very stagnant, but it doesn't have to be. Especially in a more progressive, like this is what's here, but you get to decide what you're going to do with it next. This is for you to claim. This will not move forward unless you go forward and unlock it and claim it for yourself. If you do move forward, the trick is to not fear what's next, because there's something here with fear, stress, that could rule the day and make this less enjoyable than it's meant to be. Be careful of this devil energy. It's not a bad thing, but it's kind of like if it's ruling you, it's kind of like, yeah, there's boundaries. I can't pick up this chest and just go running at full speed. I don't have the strength to do that. But I can move it, and I can put it somewhere else, and I can utilize it the way I want to utilize it. There are some rules about what I need to do with it, and how much I can do with it, and how far I can take it. But there are things I can do with it. The thing is to not let it rule you. That's one version. There's another thing here of like seeing that Four of Pentacles, not feeling ruled by it, but seeing the bounty of it and realizing it's in your favor. Loving what you're finding and realizing I just got to find out how I want to use it. I have to decide how I want to use it. The fact that I can't pick it up and run across the field with it because it's too heavy serves me, because that means I need to take a minute to think, how do I really want to do this? What do I really want to make happen with it? What's really inspiring me with this situation? It says inspiration there. So I'm just trying to throw it. See, that lady, I love her. She's pretty. You could see like it's in the solar plexus area that she's glowing. And then she's taking some of her will, and she's moving it forward. And she's also using her intellect. The crown chakra also seems to be illuminated here, with more powers and more possibilities coming out of this. This is kind of like taking a moment and going, I'm not limited. I have possibility. The fact that I can't go running with it is serving me, because I get to decide how and what way actually I can move it forward. There's a lot of good things here. It's not running forward. It's not going forward so fast that I need to catch my breath. It's more moving forward in a slow, steady pace, but this is serving you and realizing The situation is serving you. It's meant for you. It's meant to work. I know that's a cup, Queen of Cups here, but it's kind of like taking that Four of Pentacles and moving it forward and taking it somewhere else and getting what you want out of whatever the situation is. What do you want? What are your dreams? What are your talents? Is that talents? Yes. What talents can you create with this? What talents can you create with this? I feel like I said that backwards. What can you create with your... No, what talents can you create with this? What talents can you create with this? I don't know. It seems to be coming out that way. I'm just going to let it be. Because I want to say that I'm saying it backwards. What can you create with your talents? But it's coming out the other ways. What talents can you create with this? So it's almost like being artistic and then finding a different way to express your artistic energy or something like that, or being psychically inclined by finding a different way to express that in a way that maybe you didn't even realize that was a thing. Stuff like that. There's more to come out of this, but it's like if fear is ruling you, it's diminishing your return. So if I was going to put it in money terms, it's kind of like, you know, if you're letting fear run the situation, you're getting on the other side of this with $10. If you're completely not letting fear run this like coming out the other side with $10,000. It's like $10, $10,000. One of these in a monetary way is clearly better. So I feel like that makes it really simple, because I'm trying to show the difference depending on how much fear rules you. If it completely rules you, you're ending up with $10. If it's completely removed and not ruling you at all, you're ending up with 10,000. Granted, there's going to be some variation in there, but like the more you are empowered, the less fear rules you, the more you get out of the situation. And part of that is going over there, looking at the situation, and then stepping back and going, wait a minute, what am I afraid of here? Why am I feeling this like, oh my God, this isn't going to work. Oh my God, that's not going to work. It's kind of like stepping back from the fear, reconnecting to what you want, doing what's right for you, and having the dignity and respect to respect yourself and keep moving forward within relation to what you have to deal with. It's like, yeah, you got to be realistic to what's around you, but not let it control you. All right. I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.